This is where the fun begins.
Dark side of the Force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Happy New Year!
What's up?
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
I know. For me?
Yeah. No, wait, I'm saying like because we haven't been on in a while, but
Oh, I thought you meant for me because
well,
it has been 2 weeks in a row.
but we is back with a vengeance, and we got some awesome things happening tonight. We got Jeff, aka SWA 77, Star Wars Addict 77.
Yeah.
In the house.
AKA Instigator, AKA
Instigator,
Pain in the
Enabler,
ass, yeah. Exactly.
all that stuff. So yeah. By the way, CC from Rogue 16 was supposed to join us tonight, but unfortunately she got sick last minute. So shout out to you, CC. We miss you. We'll hope we can get you back on the show in a week or two. But yeah, Sean's back.
What's up?
Back with a vengeance. We got Sean, my co-host, and my other co-host, aka Anthony, aka BMX Shadow, aka what the hell? Cyber what? Okay. Alrighty then. We're starting off the year with a bang. Anyway. But yeah, it's how's your New Year's, everyone? I can't believe it's 2025 already.
Yeah, mine kind of wasn't too good.
No? Why?
Yeah. We went to go. A friend of mine was in town, so we went out on the casino boat, and it docks out at 6. My girlfriend gets motion sickness at about 7.
Oh,
jeez.
And we don't come back to dock until 11.
Oh, damn.
And she's by 7:30, she's already throwing up.
Oh,
jeez.
Yeah, so I was like, this is going to be a long night.
Yeah.
So that
3, 2, 1. Blah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
Well, to be honest, guys, like I don't know about you, but with all this drone activity, orbs, aliens, I was like 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
All right, yay! Like no alien invasion. So
we're ready to go home. We're ready to go home.
Yeah.
Beam me up, Scott.
My depends are full. Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
So, but how about you, Jeff? How was your New Year's?
Yeah, we did like old people do. You know, we just kind of sat around the house, looked at each other, watched some movies.
Went to bed by 10.
Yeah.
Can I tell you? Let me ask you guys this, right? So, I obviously don't have like the regular channels like channel 2, 4, whatever, 11, the local channels, just because everything is through streaming. But did you notice that if you stream like through YouTube TV or Hulu or even on your phone, that you are actually 30 seconds behind the actual like ball drop or the actual like real like time?
Okay, because I had that issue too, because we stayed up and watched it on TV, but it was actually it was 12:01 our time, and then when we watched it on TV, it was supposed to be midnight, so we were already like a minute ahead before it dropped.
Yeah,
or it was like 12:02. We were like 2 minutes ahead. So,
well, especially if you're streaming like YouTube TV or any of the streamings. Yeah.
So like, and the thing was that like I really wanted to stay true to the actual like time, so I just had like my phone out and I just counted down through there. But it's weird because I'm like 3, 2, 1, and then the ball is still up there. You're like, okay.
PJ's running around in his underwear, like, woo! Wait, it's too early. Put your slippers back on.
What's this underwear that you talk about?
Yeah, what is this underwear stuff?
Yeah. But yeah, I'm with you, Jeff. I did the old people thing and just like I barely stayed up. As soon as I hit like 12:01, like I went like straight, like hug my kids, my family, and that's it. I went straight to bed after.
There was a super funny meme this week about that. Like it was Yoda, like and he goes, "I must sleep. 12:01."
Yeah.
Must
Yeah.
rest. Yeah.
I know people were getting like a little creative with the countdown where if you play, I think the start of I don't know, like Revenge of the Sith at a certain time, like when it's like
yeah.
it counts down is when the what's that called, the Battle of Mustafar begins or something like that. So that's pretty cool because usually they do the Marvel thing, right? And they do the Thanos snap when it gets like it goes 3, 2, 1 and Thanos snaps his finger.
Yeah.
They were doing the Death Star, the blowing up of the Death Star.
Blowing up the Death Star. But yeah, how about you, Sean? You do anything for New Year's or?
No, I just sit there and watch the ball drop on TV and go, let's go to bed.
All right,
I'm
cool.
literally just in my rocker from like 6 o'clock till whatever. Like,
the rocker.
Next.
Yeah.
It's
no got his pipe out.
Yeah. I ain't joking.
Dude. All right, guys, let's go home. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go
I'm
to
just
bed.
sitting there like watching the ball going, okay, time to go.
Yeah.
Now, we never do anything for New Year's. We're not like the biggest socialites. And then, my wife usually by 9:30, she's like, I'm going to bed.
Yeah, wake me up when the ball drops.
But then she was actually, I guess she couldn't fall asleep. And then she came down around 11:30 and then we ended up watching the ball drop. And I think we stayed up till almost like 1:45, which was shocking for her. But then she's like, oh yeah, guess what time I got up? I'm like, what? She's like 4 o'clock. I'm like, oh, so you slept like 3 hours.
Jeez. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, she's even having issues sleeping. I don't know. She's just struggling.
Yeah.
Not me. like a baby.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so I think it was the same time around last year where we did the New Year's Eve or New Year's Day show, right? Or special. And we talked about resolution, right? And I think a certain someone called a certain someone out a little bit like maybe 3 episodes in, because I remember we had that recording where we were like, oh, what's your New Year's resolution? And I think Sean was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna cut back. I'm not gonna pre-order anything.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. That's what I was gonna try.
Jeff,
wait, let's
please elaborate on that.
Rerun the clip. Rerun the clip. I guarantee you, I said I'm going to try to cut back. That doesn't mean I'm going to. I said,
he probably said, "Yeah, I'm going to cut back.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna pre-order anything." Yeah, well, so I got this pre-ordered, and I bought this yesterday.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna pre-order this next week when it comes out. I've got my eye on this.
I wish there was a fly on Jeff's wall where he's probably like scratching his head watching the thing. He's like, what the hell?
We watch it at the beginning of the year and you're like, it's like, wait a minute, he just said he's buying something.
Did I? Hold on, I got to pull that clip.
Wait, he just bought the Rancor. What's he doing?
Yeah, I think what did
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I'm good this year.
Hell no, I didn't pre-order anything. What are you talking about?
Yes.
Hell yeah, I pre-ordered it.
Sounds to me like he's a drug addict or an addict.
They gave it to me.
Yeah, won it in a contest. Come on.
Yeah. But all right, so we'll start off with Sean since he had that New Year's resolution last year. So what's your New Year's resolution this year?
I decided to stop making them because I never followed through with them.
As
you guys pointed out.
We have Jeff on the show, so it's like literally,
Okay, my New Year's resolution. I'm gonna
write that down right now.
Write it down.
Yeah.
How about I'm gonna try not to buy as much. The key word is try.
Try. Okay. All right.
And then Yoda's like, do or no, it's buy or buy not.
Yeah.
There is no try. Buy this now. Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. All right. How about you?
It's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
It's tough. Yeah.
Because like the beginning of the year, there's really not that much announced, and all of a sudden, boom, you get banger after banger after banger, and you're like, oh, pre-order.
Yeah.
Jeff knows.
Yeah. Hey, what are you talking about?
Jeff knows. Jeff's favorite thing. He's like, dude, I don't know where I'm gonna put this stuff. I'm just out of space. I'm not gonna order anymore. And then he's like, oh, dude, I'm getting the Anakin Obi-Wan that's this big. I'm getting a life-size Gammy over his left shoulder. He's like,
that life-size Gammy looks good, by the way. Actually, I love that little setup you have.
Jeff, can you pull that out so we can get a closer look at that?
Yeah.
Get the forklift.
Yeah.
Get
the forklift and grab
it.
You
got like behind you have like the bounty hunters. I didn't actually take a. Yeah. That looks nice, man. Are you those are just the bounty hunters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's all of them. I have all
nice.
of them.
What cases?
The
are
other
they
side's
in?
not lit up. So right now,
I
What
think
kind of
those are
cases are they?
garage shelving, right, Jeff?
garage shelf. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Customs. Yeah.
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 But then
Yeah, that
there's
looks
the,
good, Jeff. You did a great job, man. With the plexiglass and stuff.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's all right.
Beautiful.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right. He's all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
I
the
love it. I
ce-
love it with the Java.
The ceiling
thing.
that he just did. Did you see the lights on this?
Yeah.
That's pretty sick.
Actually, let me pull it up, by the way. And just really quick,
Excuse me,
shameless
what
plug
is-
for Jeff. Please check him out at Spice Runners Lounge every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's an amazing show. I think I preach about it almost every other week or every week. But it's definitely different from us because, obviously there they just anything goes in any given Friday. So
Yeah.
please check Jeff out in Spice Runners Lounge. And also, I'm going to pull up his Instagram. So please check him out at, hold on, my God. Let me pull it up. So I don't, I'm not good with
It's crazy because it's Star Wars Addict 77 on Instagram, and then it's SWA 77 because YouTube hates me on YouTube.
Yeah, here you go. Star Wars Addict 77. And we'll pull up his ceiling, which I saw it literally like about an hour ago.
Yeah.
It looks amazing, man.
Oh,
How
yeah.
did you do
Like,
that?
where did you get the lighting and stuff? Or
Yeah, there's this. So one of my other passions is, and Frankie knows this too. One of my other passions is like watching like gamer setups.
yeah,
Because they do amazing things with like lighting
Yeah.
and LEDs and stuff. So
Yeah.
I watched a lot of their stuff. One of the guys was doing these like Govee Y lights on his like wall, right?
Yeah.
So each of these is one Y, right? So you get 7 in a pack. There's 80 of these Ys across the
Jeez,
ceiling.
that's crazy.
really 80?
So yeah, there's 80, and each individual Y. So you have to like spend a lot of time like lining them up and putting them in.
How long did it take you to do that?
A couple months.
Holy shoot! What the?
Yeah,
Had
a
to-
couple months.
Had to sell
Yeah.
a lot of voice boxes to get to the lights.
Yeah.
Now,
It
do
does.
they, I
Go ahead.
was going to say, do they run off one power source? Is it just one plug? Or is it-
Four
four?
power source.
Okay.
Yeah. 4 AC connectors. That's why I didn't go like complete all the way down, but yeah, four plugs. So you get 20 per plug. So
Yeah, you haven't had a
easy.
seizure yet, right? Looking at that for
No.
hours, just that thing moving.
Well, most of the time, like you can actually let me show you real quick. Hold on. You can actually do just white light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so they're just white right now. But yeah.
So
and then I
those
came
are-
up with the go ahead.
So those are the Govee lights, right? Can you have those kind of like pulsate to music, like to the
Yep.
beat? Nice.
Yeah.
The nightclub in there.
Yeah. So like, and you can choose what color you want it to actually pulsate to, right?
Oh,
So
cool.
yeah.
So when you're playing the Imperial March, you can have all red.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you
So
get
it's
it
cool.
How did you get it around the existing lights?
Yeah. So if you see the light that's in there right now, the engine LED.
Yeah.
See how it breaks?
Yeah.
There's no like. So what happens is you have to build out your plan. Like you have to map it all out and build out your plan so that the Y doesn't. Right. You have to break some of your connections and actually play around with the app and things like that. So yeah.
Is it like a? Trying to see. Does it kind of come down off the ceiling some?
Yeah, it does. So like, hold on. I'll see if I can.
Could you
zoom
have
in.
just covered up the lights?
So if you look, there's like these little adapters.
Oh wow!
Mm-hmm.
So that
Right, so-
connect them together.
Yeah. So these little, so they come with little Velcro strips. You can, the Velcro strips fine on the wall, but on a ceiling, I didn't want those things coming down. So what happened is Kaz or Miles actually developed. I told him about it, and he developed with 3D, right? Developed a little clip and then those Ys slide into those little clips.
Dude,
Okay.
So you
was
screw each
amazing.
one of those connectors into the ceiling.
How many clips did you need?
There's about 80, 70 of them up there.
Damn.
So let me ask you this: what is that? What is the black stuff?
So black stuff is Amazon Hexagon soundproofing.
Okay.
Oh.
So let me ask you
nice.
this: could you have just removed the light fixture and then covered it?
Yeah, well, because the issue is the light itself.
Mhm.
You can kind of see sits flush against that, right? See how it sits flush. So you
Mhm.
have like each one of these hexes too. Like if you look at it, like some of the hexes didn't line up perfectly, so you have to cut them out with even those little where they screw in. You have to
Right.
cut the hex out in that exact pattern.
Yeah.
So
But Anthony was probably thinking too, like you could just completely remove that light altogether
Yeah.
and then just put some wire nuts and just close off the,
Yeah, like
the hot
like
wires. And then
basically
just
like
cover it
cap
up.
off all the wires, tuck them up in the box, put a cover over the box, and then put the black over the cover.
well, geez, Anthony, that would have saved me like 2 months. Just kidding. Yeah. But yeah, it's maybe.
Yeah, Anthony, what's wrong with you, man? You could have
Yeah,
lived
what's going
closer to
on?
freaking Jeff
Yeah, geez.
and helped him out there.
Yeah, but we'll see
Um,
if we did live closer, I would have said, "Hey, let's do this."
But they do all kinds of crazy things. Like
Yeah.
they have
It
all
looks
kinds
good.
of like set stuff.
Hey,
so,
Jeff.
Yeah.
Your room is turning out amazing, dude.
It's
You
all
know,
right.
so
Thanks.
really, congrats.
It's
So-
all right.
It's all right.
Is I?
That's awesome. I'm stealing your idea with the blue light on Java, by the way.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome.
that's really cool.
Yeah, I ordered
Yeah.
a couple of little spotlights that change
Mhm.
colors. And I'm
Did you get the Tamiya paint, the blue paint?
No, these ones actually are I think they're you can change the LED bulbs change color.
Yeah.
So I don't think you
Well-
need to.
Well, let me ask you, Jeff. Like, what kind of lighting did you use for your garage shelving? Because it looks like it's spotlights, right?
Well, I'm in the process of swapping the spotlights because originally I did the garage LED bars, like the strips.
Yeah,
They're just
don't
way
work.
too damn bright.
Yeah. How about
Um,
So what are you gonna use instead?
Just regular Chinese spotlights,
Oh, Chinese
like
spotlights.
those X-wing or Xi-wing, whatever
Yeah,
manufacturer
the
guy.
little mini ones, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
little
just a-
minis.
Well,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, is that because I'm in the process of like trying to figure out what lighting I should use, and I tried like what you said, the bar ones, and
Mhm.
it's just like too much lighting on a certain part, like too much in the front and not
Yeah.
enough in the back. So that's why
Well,
I'm like thinking
yeah.
about LED strips around the thing.
Well, if you look at the
mhm.
spotlights, right? Six down here, 6 here, 6 here,
Mhm.
right? And then if you go like to the front, right? It's a mess up front. Sorry. See those
Oh,
there with Mando?
yeah, yeah.
That's actually like an LED bar.
Yeah, they're super
that's-
bright. Yeah.
They're super
Mhm.
bright. They're like way too bright.
Yeah.
So
I don't know who makes them, and I looked into them when I was going to do the garage racks,
Mhm.
but there's actually like an aluminum L channel, and then there's
Mhm.
like a diffuser that goes in there, and then if you had a dimmer, you could kind of control it. And I was gonna do it, and then I ended up like realizing like, all right, I'm gonna be moving, so I'm gonna get Bestas instead.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
So would you say strip lights are good?
I don't like the strip lights unless they're.
Mhm.
I don't like the strip lights unless they're like really like, again, to Anthony's point, unless you can dim them,
Yeah.
right? Unless they're actually like have some kind of like a dispenser, like the shading on it, right?
Yeah, like a diffuser, like some type
diffuser.
of
That's the word. Yeah,
frosted plexi lens on them.
Mhm.
yeah.
Um,
Otherwise, it's too harsh.
Yeah,
I even tried shorter bars too. Like I
Mhm.
did an order for shorter bars. That didn't work either. They're way too bright, and I can't dim those. So
Yeah,
anyways.
dimming is definitely because I had bought some that were probably, I don't know, 18 inches long, and they had like they were kind of, and I basically had magnet tape, put them up there, and I could dim them, and that helped out big time. If you could change the warmth of the light too, it would make a big difference.
Yep.
Okay.
And I think when you get ready to do lighting, I mean, this is where I found out is the hard way too, is if you're going to buy lighting, try to buy lighting like all at once, even if you're not ready to do it yet.
Yeah.
Because different manufacturers, it's a different level. It's a different tone, different wiring. It'll piss you off, right? Because you'll order it and then you're like, shit, I should have got that other shelf that I was going to do.
Yeah.
Right? Just get them all at the same time.
Yeah. If you could send me a link later after the show, maybe of like the spotlights you're looking at. So I'll take a look at it.
I think they're on sale right now.
And if you order them and when they come in, read on the box and make sure they're like the daylight ones. Make sure they're the ones you ordered, because I did that before where I ordered daylight ones and then I put them all up. And then when I went to turn them on, they were like a warm light. It was
the warm light.
I had to take them all down, pack them up, and send them back to Amazon.
Yeah.
Now, if somebody will figure out how to get those little fucking screws that they have for the mini into the wood.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Just use double-sided sticky.
Yeah.
Just get that 3M. 3M makes these little squares. And just that's what I'm getting ready to use in this room. Some of that little 3M double-sided.
Either that or use like a really thin drill bit and make you a little pilot hole, and then you can kind of screw them in with a small screwdriver.
Yeah, I'll try.
But the double stick tape will work.
Yeah, pisses me off. Those little tiny screws. Yeah. So
I had a bunch of those little spotlights.
Get the tape.
Yeah, it really is easy. Like that's what I used. I stuck the little puck lights in there. They've never fallen down.
Because aren't those the ones I sent you the link for, Anthony? And they come with little circle tape, double sided, and you stick them on the puck and stick.
I actually used some different stuff because that stuff it wasn't really holding. I think once they got warmed up, it was,
they would fall. I've had those pop.
I had some other double stick. Yeah, I had some other double stick, and I used that. The more foamy one, you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And they didn't fall off after that.
I like Govee. Govee makes really good like lights. And if you look around with like some of their products, they have like a good range of different types of like lighting for your room.
The lights that Sean used for his little office cubby are pretty good.
Oh yeah,
and they're dimmable too, right?
Oh yeah. Those were
Govee?
They were no, they were just regular strip lights, but there's COB, like circuit on board. We were talking.
So you don't
about
get any hot spots.
Yeah, so there's like literally triple the amount of like lights on there, but they already have like a diffuser membrane that's kind of over the lights. And then when I put it behind the acrylic, it was diffused so much. I mean, they were extremely bright until I put the acrylic on it. Then it really toned it down. But it's all on a dimmer in here. Like you can see how hot it's getting. Like that's all the way up.
Yeah.
Jeez, I can feel. I'm already getting hot. Just looking at that light.
But yeah, I will never go back to the old school little dot lights. I'll get COB lights all day long. And that's one thing I wish we had, Anthony, when we made your Vader background. Because we were having problems with the hot spots with the little tiny dots. This would have been just like perfect.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Jeff? New Year's resolution. Do you have any?
Sean will probably laugh at this one too because we talk about it a lot. But I need to finish. So I have at least like 6 projects going on in this room right now.
Oh, geez, Louise, 6.
And I have to finish them. Like I've got to get them done.
Okay.
So like in the first 2 months, I want to get at least half of those done.
Okay.
So
Falcon.
Yeah, exactly. Like that. I have to paint that.
Yeah.
Do all kinds of model stuff. So anyways.
Okay, cool.
That'll keep me off buying stuff also. So
yeah. How about you, Anthony?
I don't really have any, but I guess if I had to think of something, I need to get rid of all the hot toys that I have. I've still got about 20, 25 in the closet. Somebody contacted me yesterday about buying some because they were interested a while back, and so I hit him up. So I think I'm gonna post what I have left and just have a fire sale and say F it and whatever I can get.
Yeah,
I think that's where I'm at.
Yeah, that's where I'm at too. I just think that like with Hot Toys, right? It's like no figures safe anymore. Like they're just gonna artisan it up, or they'll just do a 2.0, or they'll just release more figures, and it's just overwhelming at this point. And I think for me too, I'm like, I'm holding on to certain like figures. I'm like, I'll wait till the market's better. But to be honest, I don't think it's getting any better. If anything, it's getting worse. So,
there's only probably 3 that I'm not going to sell. And that's the DX07 Luke, Empire Vader, and I might hold on to the Rogue One Vader, but if somebody wants it, I'll sell it.
I sell it. Sell it, dude. You already have a Vader. So, I mean, Hot Toy, you might as well sell it, even though. But that's just me. I would sell it. I already sold mine when the market was somewhat decent. All right. So for me, my New Year's resolution is clean up everything. Meaning what I mean by that is, all right, I think I went I just got like a dumpster and I started like cleaning up everything in my house, like anything excess, whether it be my kids' toys or some of my wife's stuff or even my stuff. I got rid of like a lot of like boxes. I know, like you're like, well, PJ, why don't you hold on to those boxes just in case you move? I'm like, dude, if I move, I'll deal with it at that minute. But I have way too many boxes, just taking up too much room. I just threw them all out.
But I tell you what, I just made a move. Having the boxes was nice.
I know.
It was like everything was safe about that too. And just yeah.
But I think I'll just pack it up real well if I have to. Put them like some styrofoam, whatever the case is. Wrap them up real nice. But
Amazon. Sorry, PJ. Amazon sells the which is nice too. Now they sell the packs that are the expanding foam, where you
that's
mix the 2 chemicals and.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing. Like if I was to like move. But to be honest, just like clean up also like my collection. Like I just got way too many things, and a lot of them are in boxes, whether it be the Hot Toys or even
bring those Hot Toys into this room, get rid of the X-Men, and then you have the Star Wars room to host it.
Yeah, actually, this room my wife gave me the blessing. I think I'm just gonna make it. It's a bigger room, and I just gotta do some remodeling with this room. But I'm gonna make this into a Star Wars room. Like it's bigger. Man. And the thing too is that it allows me to obviously get more like shelving in here. I'm just looking at it now. But yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to do. Definitely stopping with the Hot Toys. I just think that as much as like, and we're going to talk about it a little bit later, a lot of good like Hot Toys being released, right? I just don't have pretty awesome one. But I just have no desire to pick it up. Like as much as like I saw someone post a picture of their I guess Chancellor Palpatine from the Clone Wars, right? The Hot Toys. And the way he posed it, like it looks so cool with the hood over his face, and it looked like the Palpatine from the animated show. As much as I was like, oh man, that looks so cool. I would like to. As soon as I say I would like to, I said, nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like I just have no desire, which is good, Like I think I'm moving forward with just trying to make it like strictly statues. I might get a Hot Toy here and there, maybe, but I think the next Hot Toy I'm looking to buy is probably Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. Good God.
Come on, Jeff. That is a day. Oh, Anthony, how dare you?
Exactly.
Yeah, I had to. It's been,
Yeah,
it's been a while since I
I
played
tried,
it.
but I didn't do that good of a job.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. No, but no, I think that's basically like my New Year's resolution. Less is more. Less is more. I was watching this
Hear that, Sean?
guy and
Yeah. Less is more.
I know it's hard to fathom just because there's so many good products being released, but I saw this guy. He's part of like the Rogue Gallery from the Batman statue collector, and he's on the SithCast Facebook group. But his collection was like pretty amazing, and what he was saying during like his tour was that less is more, and it hit me like right right in the groin.
Right in the
Where I
jar
was
jar.
like, oh shit, like that is true. Let me see if I can pull up his thing, his room tour. But yeah, I just think that like I feel like less is more. I don't know about you guys, but I think the less statues you have and you display them well, I think it looks
As
nice.
you have, the more money you have.
Yeah. That's true
think-
too.
I think that's true, but I think like
Mhm.
I think that the thing too is I think like I kind of like watched a lot of like Elijah's stuff this last year, for
Mhm.
instance, like how he mixes the sizes of things so that you can have
Yeah.
more in a smaller space too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I like how he does that, where like he gets a big thing and then puts like
Mhm.
maybe 2 small things with it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Dan. Yeah.
Yeah, Dan, you see his room tour?
Yeah.
It's so nicely done. Like he has like not that many statues, but also he's got like like look at his art print. Like he displayed them really well. Like that's it. Like how clean is that?
I did watch
It
his
does look-
I
does
did watch
look
his
good.
video.
It does
Yeah.
look good. Unless you don't feel so overwhelmed.
Yeah, but he's still got room for more.
Well, the thing
But you
the
know
thing
what?
with Dan,
I was thinking about that.
That's the instigator. You got
I
room.
agree with you.
Fill that shit up.
well, the thing with Dan though too is he has been collecting art for so long
Mhm.
that like he has some massive like collectible items in like the art arena, right? So
Mhm.
I agree with you, PJ. Yes, less is more, but like he also needs to like have a place to showcase that art that he's got. I mean, that would be
Yeah.
a big injustice if all of that art was like stored somewhere.
Yeah, I
So,
agree. Yeah. So
yeah.
but yeah, no, I'll try. We'll see what happens. I mean, there's too many good things being released. But before we dive into that, let's talk the latest Skeleton Crew. We'll start off with you, Jeff. What your thoughts are on the show itself and I guess the latest episode?
Yeah, I liked it. I did the only episode that I didn't like is episode 4. My biggest critique with Skeleton Crew, and it's probably the biggest critique with all of the Disney stuff, is
Mhm.
stop giving us episodes that are like 35 minutes long. You know,
Yeah.
just like either make it a longer series or combine a couple of the episodes. That just really ticks me off because you get it about time you're getting into it. And you're like, all right, it's over. You know, and
Yeah,
like even this week. So,
Well, see, they just don't really have the finances to do like
Yeah.
you know, they don't have the budget to do like 150 million an episode. They just don't have that.
No.
well, that's my thing is then I'd rather them just do it as a come
No,
to the
I think
Disney
he's-
Plus channel for a movie, right?
No, I think he's busting your chops. He's saying that like
Yeah.
they do have the money.
They do have the money.
Yeah,
They
got
have
plenty.
more money
Yeah.
than HBO,
Yeah.
and HBO has
But
the budget for the Acolyte was what Game of Thrones did per episode.
true.
So
They should have just combined this into just make it a Disney Plus movie.
I 120% agree with you, Jeff. They should have just.
I think it would be so much better. And just
I think so.
Yeah.
I 100%.
I agree.
I was even saying that yesterday. I feel like there's way too many like filler episodes right? It's a
Yeah.
good show, and I'm like, it's like, okay, and then you get into it, and then it stops, and then it goes, okay, and you get into it, and then it stops. It's like someone like having a lead foot while they're driving. It's like, damn,
They're
like
stretching big time.
Yeah,
I do like the series because I do like. So there's a big difference of opinion on Spice Runners too. It's like I like all little like Easter egg stuff. Like if you looked at the like crabs on the beach or whatever that he was like tracking, that one of them had like a mouse droid shell, right? Like there's like certain callbacks to certain things, like the sliding down when like he betrayed them and the kids slid down the tunnel. That's a callback to right Goonies sliding, the Empire slide that Luke did, right? All that stuff is like callback type stuff. So I don't know. I like that stuff. So
yeah. What would you give the latest episode?
I'd probably give this one an 8.
Okay, cool.
I think I'm an 8 all the way around. So
this lady right here. All right.
Yeah, she's hot.
Yeah, you know. Oh wait, is this on?
Come on, you're back.
Is this on?
All right. How about you, Anthony? What's your thoughts are on this episode?
Yeah, it's boring.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Yeah, I have a hard time focusing, and I think it's just nonstop little things that just draw you out of the world, and they just prove over and over and over again they have no clue about the world that they're making content for. Like this episode when Jude Law comes up out of the bottom and he's got all those pearl necklaces and gold chains and stuff like that. I'm like, I've never seen anything remotely close to that in Star Wars. You know, and they're just like, it's so on the nose about everything pirate that it's just like, it's just not Star Wars. No matter how much they put the brand on it. Like if this wasn't Star Wars, I think this would be pretty freaking awesome. But the fact that it's Star Wars, you know, and it's just like they nonstop do it. It's something that like years ago when we were kids, like, you know, why do you love this? You never really could put your finger on it. And maybe you said it was because it looked so unique and, you know, it was like the world looked like it was super messy and dirty and lived in and all that kind of stuff. But it was all of these little itty bitty things that you felt like you were in a completely different world, that this wasn't a futuristic movie where science took over. It's little things like that, like them having the necklaces on, them referring to work, wearing glasses, having a cul-de-sac, mowing the grass, talking about a garage. All these little things just draw me out every time. I don't even have a problem with the kids.
I mean, I hope there's an explanation to all that, right?
Yeah, I can give it to you. I know it. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's the explanation. They have no damn clue. They don't understand the world that they're dealing with. They don't understand how the links that Lucasfilm went to make things look like they're not from our world.
Earth. Yeah.
They don't understand it. They don't understand it. They don't have the care. And then on top of that, they don't understand how much these little things matter.
Yeah. I think you know what it is too. They're trying way too hard to draw in a newer generation of Star Wars fans.
I hear people say that, and I want an explanation. All right. Why could they not do it the way that Lucas did it and attract new fans?
Well, they don't. You know what it is too? I just feel like they just don't like taking chances. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, a lot of it was, you know, they even said it. Well, Bob Iger wrote in his book that he listened to a lot of the hate from the prequels and decided like, we bought this $4 billion franchise and we don't want to take a chance in effing it up. But by doing so, But
totally
no,
get
by
that.
by doing so, that he missed the point of, wait a minute, like that's not why there was hate for the prequel. It's not because it wasn't Star Wars-y. It's because it was just poorly, written. Meaning like script wise and screenplay. I'm not talking about the story. The story is amazing. But I feel like, maybe George Lucas at that time, and I would still say it today to this day, that he just overextended himself during that prequels.
Well, he probably did overextend himself, but I think one of the primary problems was he had nobody that said, I don't know
Yeah.
if that's a good idea.
No, I agree. That's there's a lot of yes
and I also
men
think that
and yes
like
women.
Iger and the people that took over, I think they got laser focused on a couple of criticisms and made them into be like major things.
Yeah,
Like
which they're not.
they're really not. Like, yeah, people probably cringed at the Metachlorian stuff back in the day, or Jar Jar Binks, or the this or that or whatever, like being too much green screen. But ultimately, none of those things were like things that they should never do. Like if they did all of that stuff and then they kept true to the world they're in, that's the problem, is they just don't understand what made Star Wars magical. They don't understand it. And they listen, the things they do listen to when it's all like, it's like they're kind of like not really seeing the forest for the trees. That's
Well, and that's the thing too, is that like, I don't know if you guys watched the Rings of Power, right?
nah.
Well, I watched it. It doesn't feel like it's Lord of the Rings-y to me.
That's about why, like, I never was a big Lord of the Rings person, but
I
had
love the
heard,
Lord of the Rings, but that
well, I enjoyed the movies, but like it wasn't something that I geeked out on. And I was considering watching it because I was like, oh, this might be interesting. And then I started seeing people talking about these people have no idea about the lore and all that stuff. And I was just like, yeah, it's going to be hot garbage. What's the point? Like,
I stopped.
I probably would not notice the things that they notice, just like somebody like my dad watches all this stuff. My dad doesn't understand a quarter of the lore that I do. My dad loves all this stuff. He thinks it's all fantastic. But, when I point out things, he's like, oh, yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Wait, Jeff, you were going to say something?
No, I watched the first season of Rings of Power. I'm not a huge like lore of like Lord of the Rings or anything, but like I did watch the first season, and I could not get interested enough in it.
Yeah,
it was
me
like
too.
I was just dragging through it. So
me too. I was like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah, I was watching.
I was watching. It was well made too.
I was watching people that were critiquing the Lord of the Rings at the same time we were critiquing the Acolyte. It was the exact same problems. They don't understand the world they're dealing in. This is completely outside of what this character would do. This doesn't make any sense. This breaks lore. It was all of that nonstop.
Yeah.
It's like when you dial Domino's up and you dial Pizza Hut up and you put them together.
Yeah, or two Chinese restaurants and just have them.
Yeah. Like, wait a minute.
The thing too is that like it's crazy, because that's why I think like the new Superman's gonna do well, is because James Gunn really cares about writing, screenplay, and the lore.
I hope.
And no, he said it. He said it himself.
Yeah, J.J. Abrams said it too.
Well, J.J. Abrams,
and he fooled me. I was hook, line, and sinker.
I don't think he. Well, to me, there was nothing there that he said that like me that stuck out that said that, oh, he really cares. I just know he was a good director, but nothing where it's like, oh, we're gonna like put this, put that. No, there was a lot of things that he kind of like left, I don't know, unanswered, should I say. For example, he was in an interview and then George Lucas like went on that, like surprised him as asking one of the questions, and it's like, hey, JJ, what happens to the grandchildren of Darth Vader, of Anakin? And he's like, oh, and he couldn't answer. And he just like, was like, you know it, George. And then he just like stops the video.
Oh, he was quizzing him to see if he actually knew the answer?
Yeah, no, well,
or was
knew
he
that
like referencing
just,
what's going to happen in the movie?
He was kind of referencing what happens in the movie because there is no like the grandchildren of Vader were supposed to be more. It's only Kylo, right?
Oh yeah, you're saying it should have been.
It should have been like what were in the expanded universe.
Yeah, I think that they have earned. I think a lot of these properties have earned our distrust.
Mm-hmm.
I hope. I mean, I think the trailer for Superman looked freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I hope it delivers.
You liked the dog in it? I was okay until the dog.
I didn't really care for the dog. I could have
that's
totally
part of the.
that.
Well, see,
I know it is.
It's comic book accurate though. That's the
thing.
I know.
I agree.
The thing too is like I'm with you, Jeff. Like I'm like, oh, they put crypto, but
you know what though? As much as I like want things to stay true, I could have done without it. But it's in there, and at least it is, supposed to be in there.
Yeah, and if you look at like all the costumes from a lot of superheroes, they're all comic book accurate.
Yeah.
Also, another thing too is that I'm gonna probably spoil it for you guys, but Batman supposed to show up in the movie.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which Batman?
That is.
They have like 6 of them going. Which Batman's gonna show up?
Yeah.
It's gonna be probably George Clooney with the nipples.
Oh Lord!
Is he gonna have Big Dick Robin with him?
Oh my God! Probably no, but like I don't know who the Batman's gonna be, but
yeah, I've heard some.
No, I mean, I'm not being funny. I'm just curious. Like,
I'm curious. I think
it'll be a new person.
It probably. I don't know.
Some random.
Yeah.
Actually, I hope it is a random.
Yeah.
It'll be Henry.
No, geez.
You'll just switch roles.
You're gonna swap. Yeah.
All right. Rating 1 to 10, Jeff. Oh no, Anthony.
Oh
yeah.
Anthony,
I don't know. 6.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's
good.
Decent.
Like I said, I think if this was not a Star Wars show, I think it'd be fantastic. Like visually, it looks really good. I will say this: the most Star Warsy looking character in this whole thing is that albino with the mohawk.
Albino.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the bounty hunter slash pirate.
Yeah, the girl.
Yeah, she's
Hot Pocket.
Yeah,
Hot Pocket.
Yeah.
I forgot.
My only hope is that we see her in like a brass bikini before this is all over.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Sean.
All right, I want to see her in a gold bikini.
That went
Oh, I'm sorry. I said brass. I meant gold. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. All right, Sean, you.
I liked it. Like,
okay.
I've disassociated myself from Disney Star Wars, and I've trained myself to implement like true feelings, like Andor. I expect that to be really good. If not, I'll probably verbalize myself more than I will on a show like this. It's branded as Star Wars. There's Star Wars elements in it, but to me, it doesn't feel like Star Wars.
Like Star Wars, yeah.
But I knew that going into it, and I've disassociated myself from that, so I don't. There are things that throw me out, but I don't let it like just really make me not like the show. Like, what was it last week where she called it money? I was like,
yeah, they do it all the time.
She said it multiple times, and I'm like, all right, it is, and I just get past it. But overall, I enjoy the show. It's nothing that I would ever go back and rewatch and think, oh, if I watch it again, it's going to be better. It's not going to be better. And my only issue with these shows, like you say, they're 35 minutes long. We're getting down to the last few episodes. What's going to happen?
What has happened, actually?
Yeah, but this is a show for children. It is. There will be a second season of this one. You watch, because there's a lot of younger people that really like this show.
Do they?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, for me, actually, Sean, what's your rating?
I mean, I give it 7. I
7.
mean, that's kind of where I'm at on most of these episodes, because
Yeah.
none of them really has been above and beyond the other one. They all seem like, to me, the first episode was like the slowest,
Yeah.
and then it got a little bit better, and then the third one was a little bit better, and then it kind of leveled off for me because I'm not reading into it. And honestly, there's times where I'm on my phone and I got to go back and rewind it because I was like, I got out of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't hold my interest, like an Ahsoka or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
Yeah, I agree.
I was trying
with
to
you.
see. I was trying to see if they released the run times on the last 2 episodes yet, but they didn't. They
No.
haven't
Yeah.
released.
Yeah, I think they'll probably be like you said, 30, 35 minutes.
God, that's
So-
gonna be horrible.
So
Try
the
to
thing
squeeze
too,
all that
it's
in.
this. I hate this model, right? And it's not translating well because I just feel like they just don't have the energy or the writing capabilities to write a 45 to an hour long episode, right? They just don't. And it's a shame because it's like I feel like they have a good story, but to draw it out for 8 episodes, because they have to make it 8. They have to make sure you're locked in that subscription fee for at least 2 months before you go cancel it and renew it again for the next show that comes out or next Star Wars show that comes out. It's that model, and I just don't like it because it's forcing a lot of these writers to kind of like make a lot of I guess you could say filler episodes, right? Because to be honest, it's a good show if you like shortened it. If you made this, I agree with Jeff. If you made this into a movie, it'll be phenomenal because it'll flow pretty well. But it's just like the start, like you get into it, then it stops, and then you like slowly build it up again throughout the first like 20 minutes of the episodes, and then it gets good and it stops. It's just like, and like I feel like I'm not as engaged with this show like I would like to be because it's a beautifully shot show, right? It's beautifully made. Cinematography is amazing. I like Jude Law's character. The kids are right, in terms of acting, but um I like how they're referencing a lot of Easter eggs, Old Republic and things like that. But I'm just like, this is the 6th episode. I'm like, they didn't really do much. They went to the pirates' planet. They escape. They went into this spa. They were like, they found a treasure, and now they're trying to find their way home. It's pretty simple, and I'm like, what are they gonna do in the last 2 episodes? I feel like they're gonna rush the 3rd act or 3rd
Yeah.
part.
Why would they?
Well, if you think about it too, the
Uh-huh.
last the last 2 episodes they've done character development, right?
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
the kids, right? So this one was KB's, right? The last
Yeah.
one was, what was it? The other one, right? So it's like if they take that mentality and they don't have enough time to give us like the characters on the last
Yeah.
2 characters
Yeah.
in the last 2 episodes. It's weird.
It's just weird, and like I said, like I feel like this would definitely do well as a movie. But I'm not sure if they're gonna make a season 2, so be it. But
You know what would probably help them is if they actually had some people that understood the world that they're working in.
yeah,
Yeah, that would help too.
That's
That
thinking
would-
outside the box. So I don't know.
not
It
really.
would,
That's
it would be like a risk. It'd be like taking a risk
for them. Yeah,
to maybe
but the thing
maybe
too, is
hire
that,
some people that might know a lot about Star Wars.
yeah. And again, too, it's like I feel like Disney is just kind of relaxing because they know they have like all the major IPs in their hand, right? If you think about it, they have
Yeah.
they have the Alien franchise, the Predator franchise, the Simpsons, Marvel, what else? Star Wars. Like these are major IPs, right? They're just chilling. No one's ever challenged them. So that's why I encourage DC to really blow it out of the water and show them like, look, guys, we're here and we're gonna show you that you got something to worry about, right? So, but yeah, if I were to give this episode a rating, I'd definitely give it a 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed it. I liked it. I'm not going into it as deep as I would with like the Acolyte or any of the other shows. I'm just going in for the ride and enjoying what it is. Like I try to not to stay like too negative because I felt like it drained me with the Acolyte. But no, we'll see. Hopefully it picks up in the last 2 episodes. So Chriselli, I'm burned out. Just don't care enough about it. The show is boring. Yeah, it's not picking up like
Well,
how I liked it to
I
be.
think
But
that whoever that old pirate is going to be, he's going to be somebody from the Old Republic, probably that we've all heard of.
yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see with the last 2 episodes and see where that goes.
I do feel like Disney Plus does this like, which they got to get out of this too, is like where they try to like stretch until they get ready for the next release of whatever, Marvel or Star Wars or whatever. And that's what they're doing. They just stretch us.
Yeah.
It's like,
I agree.
But they could do that and make good content.
They could, but I think I would still be pissed about a 35-minute.
Yeah, no, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, for instance, if we only got 35 minutes, if that's all they can afford to do, that's all they have the talent to do. If they made really good 35-minute episodes, it really wouldn't be that big a deal. Like,
well, here's the thing: they gave us this episode was. I think everybody was hyped for this episode too because Bryce Dallas Howard was actually doing the episode.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
They only give her 35 minutes. Like, really, she can't write more than 35 minutes into this.
Yeah,
like that seems odd to me too.
I don't think it's that they can't do it. I think it's like this is their constraint.
I know.
And for whatever reason, this is what they're locked into, and.
Yeah, I don't understand.
It's just weird that they would give her the shining director that they have for Disney in Star Wars.
Yeah,
35-minute episode. It's like
she's probably like, it's only 5 pages. What the hell?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So let's move on to some collectibles. All right.
I'm not allowed to watch this segment of the show anymore.
Yeah. Just in time, Sean.
Yeah. All right. So this just got released.
Yeah.
And I probably started a little controversy in the Facebook page by saying that the head sculpt was a little disappointing for me. But yeah, Anthony, what's your thoughts are on this?
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Like if you got Bo-Katan, it'd probably be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It'd be cool to have them paired up and stuff. Yeah.
What would you rate this portrait from 1 to 10?
I know who it is. I mean, I'd say probably 7 or 8, maybe.
Oh,
yeah. Not the best one they've ever done, but I look at it, I know who it is.
Of course, yeah, of course.
I mean, that's how I look. That's my perspective.
Yeah, but if you remove the, yeah, okay. How about you, Jeff?
I'm probably a 7 on this. There's certain pictures that it looks much different, right? It's like
it does. You know? Yeah.
I'm like
that last one where it's like more in the sun doesn't look so good, but then it's like there's one where you showed it was like she's in the sun or like a brighter area, and it just doesn't look
this
good.
Or no.
No, there's another one. It's like a sunset there. See, that one looks more toy to me.
Yeah,
a lot of this stuff is with lighting. Like, there's been plenty of them where the lighting makes it look not as good. They always look better in hand anyway.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I don't think this is like one of their top tier ones they've ever done, but it's pretty good.
Okay.
I like the color of her outfit and everything in general. It'd be a good mix, with some other collectibles.
It'll display well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, here it looks closer to what she looks like in the show. But I'm still not 100% sold on it. I mean, like, listen, it is her. It looks like her, right? But let's go with Jeff. I mean, Sean, what's your thoughts on this figure?
I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I like the coloring. Like I said, I think she would pair well with Bo-Katan.
Uh,
I think the sculpt's good. I mean, I would give it like a 7.5.
yeah.
And like Anthony said, when it's in hand, it seems like they always look better.
Yeah.
It's perspective and lighting and
Of course.
yeah.
So, and here's my thing too, right? And my expectation for Hot Toys is big. And like I said, like yeah, it looks like her. It looks like her. I mean, without a doubt. I'm not challenging that. But I just don't like what Hot Toys is doing recently in the past like 2 or 3 years. It's like they release a figure and it looks like the character, right? But then they release a better figure that looks exactly like the actor or actress, right? And it's like what the money that you spent on, right, on the previous figure, right, this on the left, and that's a DX20 and a DX21 compared to the one on the right.
Right. Yeah, the one on the right's way better.
Yeah.
So, yes, when this figure got released, you know, it looks like Rosario, and some people were like, and I didn't see it. It looks like her, yes, but I'm like not 100% sold on it. But a lot of people are like, oh, that looks like Rosario. That looks like perfect. That's, you know, but then this shows up on the right, and that looks more like Rosario. So
Yeah. Well, the trick is just to get the statue, and it looks like her, and just be done.
yeah, exactly. But see, the thing too is like I feel like it's that like they're following the same model as many companies, like whether it be the phone, whether it be the Xbox, whether it be this, whether it be that. And
The Pro model.
the Pro
Yeah.
model a little bit better. And the thing too is that yes, they are a business, right? And they're a business of making money. But the thing too is that when do consumers say, "Hey guys, like enough is enough. I'm not going to buy this product because I feel like you're going to release a better one next year."
They know that collectors are impatient.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's what they're taking full advantage of right now.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I'm one of them, right? I same thing. It's like those even they're doing it in the statue market now too. It's like they come out with a statue of smaller scale. Shit, I'm buying it. I buy it right now. It looks great.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, by the way, we'll make it bigger. And
Yeah, the Asajj Ventress.
Yeah, which we'll talk about in a second. But again, like for me, like that's why, like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can you get fooled again? You know, I'm just trying to impersonate George Bush, like his. Remember that?
Fool me once. How's that saying go again over there? What's it?
Fool me once, shame on you.
Yeah, he has to ask this assistant. Well, how do you say that again? What's that phrase go?
So. All right, so actually that's a good segue, right, to the next thing that I'm really disappointed with is the fact that Sideshow decided to redo the Mythos line.
We called it last week.
In a bigger scale.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Isn't that I mean, for me, it is like great. I'm happy for you. Thor is happy that he's going to get the Asajj Ventress in the quarter scale. And I'm happy for the people that wanted these like Mythos statues in quarter scale. But I just feel like this is just laziness.
Well, they do have LED sabers.
Oh my gosh.
I don't think it's laziness. I think it's effed up.
Yeah.
Well, it is effed up and lazy. It is.
They're like, okay, when you go to hit print on the 3D printer, just make it 120% bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or 20% bigger. Yeah.
All right. We'll start off with Jeff. What's your thoughts are on this debacle?
So I'll start with the good, right? The good is collectors can, right, like Thor, or people that missed out that didn't have the opportunity to get them at the time, right? They get in, they can get them. The bad part about this is you know, I made an investment in Sideshow for a statue that they came out with when it came out. I made that investment. I pre-ordered these, right? They came in. They're great statues at the smaller scale, but like they totally, and I don't do any of the collecting for value. Like I've never done it for resale, but like somebody even said in one of the other postings that I had made on this is somebody said, well, you know, just sell it and you can get the larger one. Well, I can't now because now that statue, they just devalued my collection and my investment.
Yeah.
By creating a larger statue, they just dropped the bottom out of those smaller statues. You can't sell those if you wanted to.
Yeah. You would have to take a huge hit.
Huge loss. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and the thing too is that they don't realize is that a lot of collectors use their collection to fund their collection, right?
I think they know that. They just don't care.
They don't care. They do know that.
Yeah. And the thing too is that like, I just think it's poor business practice, right?
It's horrible.
And it just goes to show you that they're just, they don't care and they just care about money.
You knew it was coming when they started re-releasing Clone Wars 1/6 figures that people have been selling those on the aftermarket for like big bucks. Like look at that Commander Wolf. I mean that Wolf character was selling for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and they just dropped the bottom out of 1/6 collecting. Right, they just screwed everybody that have been collecting clones. They're doing that to the statues. They're going to screw everybody out of the statue values after.
But here's the thing: is that they don't understand that to have a good collecting like environment or ecosystem, you have to have a good aftermarket or resale value on your collectibles. It's just plain and simple, right? It's if you look at all the other collecting markets, whether it be sports memorabilia collecting or all those like rare ones that they have, they gain value. And if they don't want to keep it, they could just sell it, get a profit, and use that to buy more things in that same market. By doing this, no one's going to have the money to keep like collecting statues, right? I know it's like, oh, well, you should collect till you're buy. Okay, that's all like nice and dandy. It looks good on paper. But when it comes, like, who has that type of money to keep collecting all these statues, right? At some point, you need to use your collection to fund your collection.
Well, they screw you on the edition.
I'm not a 2%er. Anybody here a 2%er that could just randomly just buy these? Like, oh, they released it. I don't care. I'll just buy it again. No, we don't. It's.
Well, they screw you on the edition size too, because look, the original mall for this that came out, I think it was 7,500 was the edition size.
Yeah.
The new quarter scale is probably going to be a couple thousand, right? So realistically, this mall's edition size is really closer to like 10,000, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, and which would you rather have? Most people are going to choose a larger statue over the smaller statue.
Yeah,
of course.
And the larger one lights up.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
that's a big deal.
And guess what? The 1/5 scale Ventress is still in stock.
Yeah.
So those things are not going to sell out.
That'll be going on sale.
Did you hear? So one of the guys in the groups, he called Sideshow and he said, "Hey, look, the new statues have come out. I'm interested in the quarter scale. I'm getting ready to pay off the other two, right? I want to move my non-refundable deposit and all of the payments that I've made over to the larger quarter scale." They would not allow it on, I believe it's mall or the Ventress. I may have them reversed. They wouldn't have allowed it on one because that one is not delayed. The other one is delayed.
I saw that post.
So Sideshow said basically like, fuck you, we're going to allow you to do one, but we won't let you do both of them. Yeah, even though he wants to spend more money. Yeah. That's messed up. It's bad practice. It's horrible.
Yeah. I feel like there's some desperation on Sideshow's part because if you look at some of the newer statues edition size, they're not that big. Right? They're all like at least like 400 and less. But they can't keep doing to this line. Maybe they can do it to Sidious, but that's it. The rest will have to be new pieces because the older ones were hand sculpted.
It's true,
but it's true. If they have them, they'll do it. I'm telling you, they'll do it.
Well, and it looks like they're just doing it to this most recent line.
They are, but like Santino, like for instance, right? So he is big on the Rex right now, the one where it's flying up, which is really cool. It's a really cool statue.
Yeah.
But like, think about that in 4 months, right? Because they made you pick which helmet you wanted, even for that one, right?
Yeah.
Which is
you
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. But like, think about that in 4 months. If they say, "Oh, wait a second, you can buy that statue again, but we're going to give you both of the helmets this time."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
How pissed would you be
That's
that you picked
essentially
one
what
or the
they're doing.
other?
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
But the thing is, they should have given you both helmets, right?
100%.
Why would they do? Why would you do separate helmets?
Money
They could have made
grab.
like one exclusive and one collector's edition,
Yeah.
and call it a day. But no, they want you to spend another $1,100 for that statue for just a stupid helmet.
Yep.
And I'm like losing like all respect for Sideshow, because I feel like they must have lost money, right? Or they're losing money, because all these figures that they're literally giving away, right? And then with all these like things, like with this reissues or re-releases of these statues, I feel like there's some sort of desperation for them to make money. There is. It's like I feel it and I see it. I don't know how you feel about it, but it's like, oh, we need money. I don't care if this is gonna give us a bad rap. We're gonna do this anyway.
I will say, if they retool the Mythos Scammy that came out, the Lamrock, I will buy that in quarter scale, 100%.
Oh
But
yeah, me too.
Yeah.
They know that they got us. I mean, it's so crazy.
But the thing too is that it's a shame, because all those people that got the Gammy, that and the thing too is like there's no trust now. You just know that if you buy a statue or buy any type of collectible, that you have to make sure you're going to keep that, because if you try to resell that, you're going to get your money back or close to it.
That's why the custom game is so strong these days, right? Because the custom people are creating things that are better than some of the licensed people at a lower volume, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's like when you're selling them, they're holding value, if not beyond that value also.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
then
they're not
that's
coming
the worst
behind
part.
you a year later and making a better version of the exact same statue.
Tough. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah. And I think Sideshow's going to learn the hard way. I mean,
It's going to bite them in the ass.
But I don't know if you guys scoured the Facebook groups, but a lot of like people are pissed. I mean, there's a few that are happy because they missed out, but there is a lot.
I would love to get the Ventress and the Vader in quarter scale, but like you said, I know I would have to take a bath on selling both of these, and I wouldn't want to have both of them. I mean, just because they would be bigger and light up, I would want them big time. But hell, they're twice the price.
Yeah.
And then you're probably going to take, I don't know, 30%. Like you'd probably be lucky if you could. What were they? They were 700.
Yeah.
New.
Yeah. So
yeah, you'd probably be like 450, 500.
So
look at all the damn Mytho Vaders they have up there too. It's crazy.
Yeah. But look at like the Mythos Mall. It's still not sold out.
That even makes it worse.
Yeah. It's horrible.
Because realistically, they're probably not. It's going to take them forever to sell those two.
Oh yeah, they're gonna. You're gonna see that next year.
Yeah,
you're gonna see that next year. It's buy this statue, get the Venture statue for free.
Yeah,
or it'll be 30% off and free shipping, or
yeah,
something crazy. Like the only way they're gonna really sell them when they have both in stock is gonna be like somebody says, "All right, well I don't have the space, or I can't afford," and so they go with the cheaper model.
Or I'd even be fine with them like their practice being like, look, if I have an INARD, if I have a non-refundable deposit on one of them, okay, I make contact with the people that have the non-refundable or that have paid in that we haven't shipped, and allow them to transfer. Or if they see that you are a buyer of the Mythos line, make contact and say, hey Anthony, we saw that you bought these. We're coming out with a new version or a larger version. Here's some discount for you, right? Like
that would help.
Even something, right? I mean, but instead they're just like,
yeah.
And
so
I was gonna say, I bought both of those Mythos when they first came out. So
Right,
I've
same.
had Ventras for probably over 3 years.
Yeah.
The Vader, I got it as soon as it came
And I'm
out.
sure if you knew ahead of time, it's like, hey, Anthony, we have 1/5, but we're going to make a quarter scale in the future. You would not have bought that 1/5.
Right.
Guaranteed. You would have been like, oh, nope, that quarter scale fits in my collection because most of my stuff is quarter scale.
Mhm.
I do wonder if there is a reason that they're just now deciding that we're going to do these Mythos in quarter. Is there something with licensing?
No, it's just they need money.
Because this is 3
What I
years
mean,
later, 4 years later.
I mean, I'm not in the business of making statues. What is it? How hard is it to scale these to a quarter scale and reprint them?
I think it would be as easy as clicking a button.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Okay,
you
there
just
you
tell
go.
it. You just tell it to print it at a different
There's
percentage.
your answer. It's
Well-
easy. They don't have to spend a lot of money.
They would have to spend money to
They don't
make
have-
the light up feature.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause
Oh,
that would
yeah.
be re-engineering and all that kind of stuff. But it just makes me wonder. I kind of don't think that this was like a long-term plan that we're going to.
Oh no, I don't think that either.
I think it's
Mhm.
So
So
I
here's
wouldn't
the
even
thing.
necessarily mind if they some of these statue companies are releasing things in quarter and 1/3. I wouldn't even mind if they moving forward we're going to do it in 1/5 and quarter, releasing them at the same time, allowing you to know this at the same time.
No, they don't. They're probably not going to do. Well, Sideshow's not going to do that because that's not how they make money. They're going to release a certain scale, and then a couple years later, they'll release another one. And again, it's just bad business practice, right? They don't understand that you really, and Santino's was saying, or Snoke Dogg was saying that, hey, yeah, you should buy what you're going to keep. But the thing too is that you don't know if you're going to keep that statue until you own it for a little bit and you go, you know what? It doesn't fit in my collection anymore. I got to resell them.
Right.
But also you need to resell them so that you at least get your money back and say, okay, I got my money back. Now I could spend it again and give back the money to Sideshow and buy another statue. And then Sideshow any business is going to keep staying in business because now it's just like a big, nice ecosystem. It just goes round and round and round and round. But the thing too is that you don't have an aftermarket to sell those statues because you're going to take a hit, right? And Anthony, I'm going to use you as an example. You have these Hot Toys and you're like, well, I don't want to sell them now because I'm going to take a huge hit. But now you're like, well, I got to sell them, and take a big hit. And you can't, it's not like you could take a lot of all that money and be like, oh, well, I could buy more stuff. You could probably buy half the stuff that you could have bought if the market was the way it was supposed to be 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think
it was 2 years ago.
They're going to end up pissing off us. And then there's a whole nother group that let's just use for the sake of the argument that missed out on those. All right. So now they'll have the opportunity to get it. But what's going to happen is just like this happened to us a couple years down the road, the same thing's going to happen to them. Just in another, it's going to be another thing that comes out and then they go buy it and then they double dip them.
Yeah. And the thing too is that I'm going to tell you, if you notice all these statues, right, the Mythos, they're all released, they're all sculpted by the Kucharik brothers. The Kucharik brothers are no longer with Sideshow, or they're not freelancing with Sideshow. They're exclusive only to PCS.
Mm-hmm.
So they lost one of the best sculptors that they have. So I'm not sure if this is just them being lazy and say, hey, we don't have anybody to sculpt the Star Wars statue.
That could be.
Because now the Kucharik brothers, they're hitting out home runs with a lot of their stuff that they're making for PCS, right? That Vader bus, holy smokes! The mall.
I think Ronan's right too. Sideshow's not the first ones to do this. Like Prime One, XM, they're all doing it, right?
Yeah.
Sideshow's jumping on the bandwagon as well. It's just, it just feels really shitty
dirty.
this time around. So it feels dirty. So
Yeah, and these companies do not care about collectors, but let's see how long that lasts, right? Like, let's see how long these companies last by doing some of these practices, because you're going to piss off a lot of collectors, and they're not going to want to collect. You know?
Is that the Hulk versus Wolverine, where like Wolverine is on top?
Yeah,
So they're
they had
redoing that one.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like the same pose, but it's like different colors, right? It's like a little bit,
Because that was
different.
one that I always liked.
Yeah, I had that one and I sold it. But the thing,
the
too, is
Hush
that,
line is the one that they're really Prime One's really fucking around with right
yeah,
now,
because they're
so.
making them smaller, right? Which
Yep.
is good for the
They get the
collectors.
opposite.
Yeah, they're
See,
making them smaller.
I don't see that as being as bad.
It's just bad in general, because then there's people that were forced to buy a 1/3 scale because they love the statue, and if they offered it in a smaller scale, I'm sure they would have bought that smaller scale. I just feel like it's just bad practice, bad business practice, and you lose a lot of loyalty that way, right? And a lot of trust. And to me, like, if any business wouldn't want to lose their trust and loyalty from their customers. I mean, that's just, I don't know. I don't own a business, but if I were to own one, that would be detrimental to my business.
So Santino's right. We're still going to buy it, right? So we're still going to buy Star Wars, right? I'm not buying those quarter scale mythos. I refuse to buy them again.
Mm-hmm.
But
me too.
The other piece is like you, PJ. I am curious to see what the next statue is, right? Because Kucherik Brothers have been building those statues with Sideshow for a long time on the Star Wars side. Mm-hmm. So I'm curious what the next thing Sideshow has that is not with those brothers.
Yeah.
Let's see what that next one looks like.
Well, so here's the thing, too, and it's a great segue. And by the way, real quick, though, I need to get Sean's opinion on this.
No, I agree. Like, I feel like it's devaluing the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
And then I feel like it's just wrong to do it, because to me, it's a money grab. It's too easy to upscale these.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's just say it wasn't as easy as just printing it 20% bigger, because like Anthony said, you've got to kind of hollow out for the electronics. I've dealt enough in ZBrush now where they do a lot of sculpting for these statues. It's not that difficult to kind of go in and create a channel to run the electronics.
Yeah.
So for as much as they're charging and what they're doing to the collectors, they're not putting that much effort into it.
The research and development isn't there.
Yeah, well, they're just taking the existing file and they just modify it, and then hit print and paint and all that, and you got some the light bulbs for the sabers and everything, but still, it's wrong. I don't like what they're doing.
Probably use the same factory that painted the original mythos.
Sure. Oh, hands down. The paint's probably not going to be that far off, unless they didn't like something on the first line. They're like, like Ventress. Oh, maybe the red's got to be a little darker or whatever.
Yeah.
But
see, I think if they did it in the reverse, if they had originally done the quarter scale that lit up, and then 3 years later they make a smaller one, I don't think that would be as bad.
Yeah. And I get it. Like, they're lighting them up now because that's the cool thing. Because even Hot Toys, it took a while to catch on. Because for years, Anthony was making light up sabers for Hot Toys. And then all of a sudden, Hot Toys like, oh, we got to make light up sabers. Same thing in the statue game now. We got to make the sabers light up. And it does make a difference on the piece.
It does. But they, the thing too, Sean, is they did that before. Then they stopped. And then now they're doing it again.
Well, it's popular.
Yeah, it's popular, right? And you got the customs or the fan art companies to thank for it, because they were doing it in all. When you can see it in Anthony's background, right? It just makes a difference. But again, just bad business practice. And I'm telling you that if they don't shape up, and I know Aunt Santino's like, oh, we could bitch all we want, but at the end of the day, we're going to continue to buy. Well, see, here's the thing. Sideshow doesn't realize that there's a couple of companies out there that are ready to pounce on their mistakes, i.e. Blitzway. Oh,
yeah.
what do I hear this? Oh, look at that. Superb scale statue. Quarter scale action statue. There you go.
Oh yeah.
There's your answer. You want competition? Here you go. So keep doing what you're doing, Sideshow, and see how many collectors are going to start looking at other companies and buying their products because you keep doing little like stupid things like this. You know,
Yeah,
and
they're asking for it.
They're asking for it, right? And we got Blitzway, quarter scale, and you know what? I'm curious to see what they could do with this line. Can you imagine they do a Princess Leia with the port? Can you imagine Han Solo, Luke Skywalker?
If they do Solo, if they do the original guys, right? Stick with the OT guys. Just do those for us.
Can you imagine though, Jeff?
Oh yeah, it was great. So
it's like you could look at Sideshow and like, all right, they dug themselves a hole. Peace out, Sideshow. Because now we got other companies that I'm sure that would love our business and would love to gain our trust.
I'd give my 1/5 away for Blitzway OT characters.
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
I would be immediately like, okay, there's out.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think about that, Sean? Like Blitzway and what they just announced?
Dude, they're killing it. I mean, look at them with the Anakin Obi-Wan's coming out.
Oh man,
that's just the start. That's just the beginning.
Just the start.
When they tap it, when I say when, well, I don't know how the licensing works with it.
It's probably going to be in Japan, if
it's
but there's other
then
ways to get
a little
them,
different. Right? But I'm not saying for us to get them. I don't know if they're licensing. Maybe that might restrict them from touching the original trilogy. Maybe they're only allowed to make prequel. There's always defined writing, read the small print on the contract. They could be like, all right, well, you can make this, but you have to stick to the, these movies. Yeah. But I feel like when or if they can do the trilogy, Han, Leia, Luke, Alec Guinness, Obi, just take my money. I'll have to sell everything just to have a whole Blitzway collection.
Oh yeah, and a lot of people would, and that's what I'm saying is that you can't make a mistake nowadays, especially with the prices of statues. It's not like Hot Toys who are like, oh, they're like $300, whatever. But and that's the thing too is that Snoke Dogg will say, oh, if they sell well, they will encourage to continue the line in 1 quarter. So I get it with the Mythos, right? When the Mythos Vader, because that's actually sold out. And a lot of people were paying $900 and more to get the 1/5 scale Mythos Vader, the new one. So I get it because they kind of want to take advantage. I mean, it's still poor business practice, but I guess they still kind of want to take advantage of people because the demand was so high. But explain to me that if there's a demand for Ventress and Maul, why are they still available?
Yeah,
there's an interest. Is an interest from the 1/5 collectors. That's what they were. That's what they were estimating and thinking. That the 1/5 guys would be like, oh shit, I'm gonna buy the quarter.
Yeah, but still, it's not like it's sold out, right?
No.
And if it was like a huge demand of it, right? Because to me, I collect 1 quarter scale, but if I see a cool statue as cool as Mythos Vader, Mythos Vader, Ventress, and Maul, I'm gonna get it, right? Which I did get it, but it still shows you the demand's there, but it's not really there because it's still available for pre-order.
Yeah.
The Hush line, yes. Okay, let's talk about the Hush line. It's sold out. Far from Death Star, all of it. That's why they rescaled it to 1 quarter scale.
It used to be 1/3.
Yeah, there were a lot of it was sold out.
I wonder if they'll do the Yoda in quarter.
Oh,
dude, they just did.
They're going to do.
Yeah, I think that whole line
is
getting redone. When you mentioned the Kucheric brothers, I wonder if the fact that like they don't have anybody at the moment that is designing anything, and so they have to come out with something, and so they're just rescaling and using what was a pretty good few statues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I yeah,
Not
I think
that it's
so.
right. I'm not justifying it. Just like,
Yeah. Mhm.
you know,
Food for thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, PCS is killing it. They're absolutely killing it. I mean, look at their products that they have. This, the RoboCop ED209. Like, did you see this?
yeah.
That's freaking phenomenal. They got the Vader bust, which, by the way, Jeff, please tell me you pre-ordered.
It's in my cart. I still haven't.
Oh,
I'm
just
trying to
check
figure out where I put it.
We'll figure it out once you get it.
Well, I want the thing to be able to.
I'll hold it for you.
I want it to be able to be on a Lazy Susan and turn, but they need to release like how this thing is powered light wise, and what it looks like with the lights off, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna get Ant from PCS on the show. Hopefully, he could explain to us all that. But dude, just do
Looks
it,
great.
man. Who cares? This is a
Yeah.
masterpiece.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
But
Yeah.
again, right? Because let's just say everyone's on a budget, right? And you only have a certain amount of spending money for statues. Now, are you going to go, hey, you know what? I'm going to spend $1,200 on that upscale Mythos mall? Or are you going to get this PCS or spend another $500 more and get this PCS Vader bust?
Yeah, no brainer.
I'm getting the Vader bust. Forget the mall.
No brainer.
No, seriously. If I didn't own that mall and the Ventress, I'm not even saying this out of spite. Honestly, I would pick the Vader 100 times over the mall and the Ventress.
You know what's great about PCS too? Like, so CC told me this too. So like, if you think about it, right? So for instance, they had the other bust that came out where the mouth was open and then you could see the seam line in the tongue. I think it was Carnage. It was Carnage. You see the seam line in the tongue. So everybody complained and was like, hey man, you can see the seam line or whatever. They went back and reworked that, right? And fixed that. And then the same thing on Vader. Originally, when they showed this, the Death Star was in the back. So they moved the Death Star to the side, right?
Yeah.
So like they're even like listening, like other companies are like listening to like the fans. They're like, okay, yeah, that's easy change. We'll just switch that out. So
yeah, because they care. And they have, and I'm telling you, the Kucharik brothers are legends in the game. They make, I mean, obviously you see the Mythos, Maul, Vader, Ventress. Those are just prime examples of what they could do. Yeah. So now they're strictly with PCS. I'm so curious to see what else they're going to come out with. I mean, they did the Ninja Turtles line. Come on. You see the Optimus Prime freaking statue? Like, what?
See, like, then you're gonna hate me too, because this particular piece, if you got the quarter scale Vader and the quarter scale Kenobi and put them side next to this and have this thing spinning in the center.
Oh,
yeah! Look at like all the ideas you're giving Anthony.
Oh, I mean that would be so cool. Quarter scale, that'd be your Vader display. It's done.
Yeah.
So,
no, far from Death Star. It doesn't matter. You should get this. This is a masterpiece. This is an artwork. You know, I know we collect.
But when have you ever seen anything like this? Never.
The cool thing about this is you get a bust.
Never.
You get a representation of Anakin and Obi-Wan. You get a representation of Vader and the Emperor, the Death Star, Mustafar, the Trench Run, like
Star Destroyer, everything.
Yeah, you just get so much representation.
Exactly. This is a masterpiece.
Did you?
I do think it's funny the width. So when you pull up the width of the statue,
I was going to ask, bring up the specs. I'm curious.
Yeah, it shows 17, but if you look at Vader's hand, he's past the 17.
There it is. Yeah, so you got 22. Yeah, I think we had talked about this possibly trying to fit in a DTOF. But not a DTOF, a best stub, sorry.
Yeah.
But the depth, the 19 was like not going to cut it.
See, you got to have. I agree with CC and what they talked about too, because they did a little review on this on their channel. I think this is cool. Like if you've got a little separate little area, right, where you're not going to put a bunch of stuff with it, right? I agree that it doesn't look good. Like I can't put that with the bounty hunters and like 6 other statues.
Yeah.
But you could pair it with like again 2 on the sides,
Mhm.
one little area. But
How
I
big
don't
do you
know.
think? Like, what scale roughly would Anakin Obi-Wan be?
If I have to guess, maybe I don't know.
1/5.
1/5.
Yeah, there you go.
That'd be
That's
funny as
still pretty
shit.
big.
1/8, maybe one.
I was wondering if they were down to 1/6 roughly. That's what I was kind of wondering.
Yeah, maybe. Probably less than
But
that.
even that, with the light up, like, I think
Yeah.
it's badass. Like,
It's freaking.
Yeah, it's
They'd have to be pretty
It's
small
sick.
because
Well, I mean, look at that, guys. I mean, can you imagine? This is one of those where anybody that walks in your collection room, this is the first thing they're gonna go straight for.
Oh, it's the centerpiece. It's
a centerpiece, man. It has so much presence, and that's what you want from a statue, just to have that presence.
tell you what, what's the total height?
22.
22. I can quote this thing without looking at the pictures.
yeah, he's got it down.
It's 22, it's 22, 17, and 19. But I think
right.
the 17 is more like
I bet you they're in the ballpark of 1/6.
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow.
Sold to Anthony for $2,000.
Is that what it's running?
Yeah.
Yep.
That ain't bad for that.
They haven't talked about
Yeah.
shipping yet either. Originally, some of the
Ooh.
stuff was free shipping in the
Mhm.
US. That's what they did the
Yeah.
last time.
Yeah.
But
This is a beast. This will cost them some money if they gotta
Yeah.
ship it for free.
Yeah.
they should do like a trade-in, like trade in your 1/5 statue from Sideshow.
Dude. I was just talking to a friend of mine this evening, and GoPro does that.
Yeah.
You get a like a $200 off if you send in either one of theirs that's broken or an old one or a competitor's.
IT
Wow.
world. That's IT world right there. That's what we used to do with like other storage companies. It'd be like, hey, send in your EMC storage box and we'll give you $1,000 off your Hitachi box and you can have it.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah. Been doing that
But
for
I tell you
years.
what, that would be a game changer.
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Send your Sideshow.
Send your old
Send in
Sideshow
any
1/5 scale.
competitors. I don't know. Pick
Yeah.
a scale.
Mhm.
Get X off.
Take the head off of your Mythos mall and send it in. And we'll give you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking
I
of, I know,
would like free shipping because the shipping on that was
Shipping's nuts.
it like $350?
Yeah.
all right. I know we've been bashing Sideshow, but guess what? They do make some bangers, though.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
That one is cool.
Yeah, I know there's a
Alright.
custom piece out there, and
Alright.
some people,
It's all right.
some people were like, "Well, look at this. They copied the custom or the fan art piece." Hello, that fan art piece copied it from the original art. Art of him sitting down on the throne. It's the same thing.
Yeah. It looks good.
Hell yeah.
But the thing too is, which looks better, this or the fan art? That's the one thing you have to ask yourself.
I haven't seen the fan one in a long time, so I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
I think this looks good.
Is this 1/5 or is it?
Oh no, it's quarter
Oh,
scale.
dude, if they did that.
Well,
damn.
it's quarter scale because it's premium format figure. But don't worry, they'll rescale it down to 1/5.
Yeah, give it 2 years. You could have your own.
That would not bother me. Like, it would be when they actually make it better,
Yeah.
In 2 years, you'll get a blue hand that's like the.
Yeah. Or they'll have his the lizard with him,
Oh yeah.
It doesn't come with the lizard?
No,
Probably not.
probably
Yeah.
not.
I'm
The
out.
exclusive
Just kidding.
version.
Yeah.
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 So I was gonna
But
say,
the problem is the lizard's going to
Yeah.
be half scale.
Yeah.
They'll just keep screwing you.
Yeah, and the seat will light up.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
the spin.
Yeah, you got to
Yeah, and it'll spin. There
electronics.
you go.
and it'll spin. All right, who's with me on this one?
Not me.
I might be.
All right,
Yeah.
good. How about
Yeah,
you, Jeff?
maybe.
Yes.
Because I don't think
Hey,
it's going to
listen.
be very big.
Can we
'Cause
just
he's
be
been,
enabler brothers here?
What's the cost on it?
There's no they didn't release a price yet, but
What's the last premium format?
if I had to guess, this is probably gonna with the chair, it's gonna be about like 750.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
thinking
that's-
about close
yeah.
to 8. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because you got the the figure or the character and then the chair.
Mhm.
Yeah, they need to redo an Emperor on a throne, like
Yeah.
statue again. Because if they do
And-
that, oh, sold. I need
1 to
that.
1 scale.
Oh,
Yeah.
1-to-1 scale. Oh my god.
So
Nah.
is this going to be fabric or is this all sculpted?
I thought it was all sculpted, right?
Nice.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It's all sculpted.
Yeah, that's good.
Originally, people were looking at it and they were like, "Oh, it's mixed media," but no, they went back and made sure they qualified it. I believe it's all
Okay.
Yeah,
sculpted now.
yeah. All right. So
If it was mixed, the boots, you can imagine the boots over like 3-4
Yeah.
years. It'd have to give us another one.
yeah, that one's when you trade up again. Sold for me. Jeff, semi-sold. Anthony, semi-sold. Sean,
No.
stop it.
No, it's fantastic, but I'm really trying to stick to original trilogy and a little bit of Rogue One and a few things sprinkled here or there, but
Jeff, you heard it first. On
Yeah, I know.
SithCast.
I'm not getting this, I promise you.
That's what you said about Mythos Vader.
Yeah.
That's true.
I
though.
was
We
just
almost
getting
got
ready to
Sean.
say that.
Right?
Yeah, fuck you guys. I'm out of here.
That's
Quiet.
exactly
You
what he
don't.
said
You
about
don't.
the Ventress and the Mythos Vader. And he come over and saw that Ventress. He's like, "This is fucking amazing."
Man, I'm taking my ball going home.
That's funny.
And he said, like, he came over
I'm not
because
getting
he
this,
was
though.
not down with that Vader, and he come over when I got it, and he's like, "Dude, this is fucking impressive."
Right, Anthony. I
Yeah.
remember this. He was so adamant. I was like, Sean, you're not gonna get it? He's like, nah. But you don't have a Mythos Vader. No, man, I can't do it. I gotta be good. I gotta be good. I gotta be good. I'm sticking. Said the same exact thing. I'm only sticking to original trilogy and this and that and a little bit of this.
I'm not getting this. I'm just letting you know.
All right. Anthony, Jeff, you heard it first.
Yeah.
Episode
I promise you I'm not getting
198 at what's the mark here? 1 hour and 42 minutes.
Listen,
in.
I'm gonna wait for the quarter scale.
Oh,
This one is
They're
quarter scale.
Oh, the 1/5 did.
Okay.
I'm waiting for the down scale.
Look at Dubak's comment.
Oh Lord, what do you say?
that's the exclusive comp. The legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The crotch force is strong with this one. Yeah, the crotch.
Or
is-
arm switch outs.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, the crotch is. Yeah, it's right up in your face there. But
It's a little toed up.
oh my goodness.
So-
It looks good. It looks good.
That's
Well,
cool.
not the you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, we know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
little bit of male toe.
Ah man. All right, sideshow. More sideshow bashing here. Here we go. This looks freaking amazing. And this is Jerry Vanderstelp.
Vanderstelt's good. Yeah.
Oh,
looks good.
I need this. I need it. I need it in my life. Who's with me?
I'm out.
Jeff?
I'm out.
Nope. I'm out on that.
I'm out on.
No art. No art.
Listen,
I
I'm
don't know
not
what's
allowed to say anything anymore, so I'm just gonna stay neutral here.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Anthony.
can't say shit because there's plenty of things that I like Sean was getting back in the Hot Toys days. I'm like, yeah, I'm not getting that. And then I'd take a look at it and be like, yeah, that's pretty damn good.
It doesn't help that Sean, like literally, if I had any of you guys live close by, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm not
Where you
getting
could go
it.
see
and then,
it. Yeah.
and then I go see it. I'm like, oh man, well
There's been
Sean,
plenty of them where,
Yeah.
Can you
like,
imagine all of us live close by, and then we're like, Jeff, I'm not getting it. They can't do this to me.
But you gotta come over and see it, PJ.
And
Yeah.
I come
exactly.
over, and I'm like, shit. All right,
Yeah.
pre-ordering it right now.
Yeah.
So, no, this is a really nice print. I think
It
they
is
might be
cool.
releasing. It is. I mean, it's original trilogy. You know, it's when Vader was walking on Tantive, right? So,
It's going to be up on Sideshow's site. So
yeah, tomorrow I think.
what's the 500, 250, 100?
500 is the paper. It's 24 by 18, right? The large paper is 33 by 24. Oh hell no, that's way too
It's
big.
big. What's the
Yeah.
one under one? Oh, canvas.
It's canvas. Yeah. Which one would you get if you were to get this?
Smaller.
Smaller, same.
Yeah.
Sean,
More room.
Smaller one, yeah.
smaller. Yeah, and Anthony.
I wouldn't get that. No.
Okay.
Ever?
Yeah, I just don't. I'm not as much into the prints as Sean is. I have some. I
used to
really
be.
just don't have the space to put them in either. So,
Yeah.
like, I've got a whole bunch right now because I had a lot more room at my old townhouse, and I don't even have anywhere to put them.
Digitize them.
Just
Yep.
do it.
Yeah. I am gonna get that digital frame. Just
Yeah, but that's that. I mean, it's a good looking print. You know, I'll just add more to my art prints that I won't put up.
Maybe
okay.
if I find a high res version of it online, and if I make friends with somebody who has the ability to print them.
Yeah. All right. So, last thing to talk about in terms of collectibles, and that is the Hot Toys Darth Malgus, which, damn, this really tempted me, guys. Really, really tempted me. I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh. I really want it, but I'm not gonna buy it. But anyway, Anthony, what's your thoughts on this one?
I am gonna hold out on this one in hopes that Hot Toys will pull a sideshow and make a quarter scale of this.
Yeah.
And I will get it if it comes in quarter scale.
Yeah, same. It looks so good,
It
right?
looks
Does look good.
awesome.
Like
That's actually one of the old sideshow ones that I kind of always liked. Do you remember that statue they did?
yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, I always liked that one.
yeah.
The saber busted on everybody's
Yep.
Malgus statue.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn, but look at that, man. You
Oh,
can
it
see his
looks
veins.
sick.
Look at that. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, dude.
Yeah, I want them to do a quarter scale like they did with the Vader.
Yeah.
And I will get it.
Yeah, it looks good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you, Jeff? What's your thoughts on this?
I like it. I'm not getting it. I'm kind of with Anthony. Like, you know, if they come out with a statue on it, I
yeah.
get it. So not a
Yeah.
1/6. I'll wait.
Would you get it if they do the quarter scale figure?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd do
Okay.
that.
Yeah. Because I think that like I have the quarter scale Vader. It is.
Yeah.
It is impressive.
Yeah. I mean, I get it quarter scale. I mean, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, this is just literally strictly out of like the all the cinematics that we watched from like the games,
Mhm.
but look at that. This is a big
Oh,
How
boy.
big he is. Yeah.
Yeah,
well, look
yeah.
at Chris's comment on Revan, because Revan, that was close too. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like, oh man, that looks great in pictures, and then everybody's getting it, and they're like,
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it doesn't look good.
yeah,
Oh,
rushed
Really?
it.
Damn. Yeah, it was less than a year before they released it. Ooh, RMD. I was tempted to Malgus, but I'm done with Hot Toys. Range Trooper was my last purchase besides the others I haven't pre-ordered. Yeah, RMD, like, can you elaborate on why you're also done with Hot Toys? Let us know in the comments. But this is a big boy.
Man,
Yeah,
he
yes.
would look cool with Vader like that.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
jeez, that'd be awesome.
But I would love a statue version of this. If a statue version came out and looks exactly like this, yeah, count me in. Look at that. Like that's
Well, I didn't think about that, but Anthony's right. Like they could just retool that one they had and boom, give you
Yeah.
a different head sculpt.
Yeah.
Out the door.
yeah. Yeah.
Size
this
it
is-
up, out the door.
Because when they just did the 1/6 not too long ago of
Yeah.
Vader Return of the Jedi. That's
Yeah.
what the quarter scale is.
Yeah,
All they did
that's
is
the-
scale it down.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I mean, Sean, what's your thoughts on this one, man?
Oh, it's amazing. Just no more Hot Toys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Now, if
everyone's
you were-
saying, if it was a statue, like, yeah.
if you were collecting Hot Toys, would this be like a day one pre-order for you?
Yeah, it's pretty sick. And like we've been saying too, Hot Toys has gotten way better over the last couple of years. Like they're really knocking a lot of these figures out of the park. I mean, it would be easy to order a lot of that.
Yeah. Damn, you can see the veins. And you
I didn't even know it tilted.
Yeah, look at the base too, man. Like, where was this base when I was collecting Hot Toys?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not sand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
No,
That
that's
is
not
not
sand.
Yeah, that
You
stupid
got that
standy
right.
base that they always released. That was so
Now,
annoying.
what is the point of the tilt on it? How is that going to work out?
Yeah, why would you tilt it? Like, maybe to create some like live action poses.
Well, think about it if they come out with anybody else, right? Right, because then you could tilt them towards each other, have them battle.
Yeah, that's true. Look at that. This is well. Here's the tilt.
Yeah,
lay money on it that they come out with another one that go with him. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. This is amazing, man. So I'm curious. There's a lot of companies coming out with a lot of Knights of the Old Republic stuff. They mentioned Old Republic and like the Skeleton Crew. Do you feel like we're inching closer to them really doing some nice like Old Republic like stories and?
I think we're getting closer to them doing stories. I don't know if they're going to be nice.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I like the idea of it. I like the idea of it before you had all the other stuff that they screwed up. Now I'm like, ugh, I don't know if I want that.
Yeah, because you're afraid that they might screw it up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, why would you not think they would?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing too is that they have the lore. Yeah, well, then again, they had to expand the universe, right? So
this was a great trailer.
Yeah, but the lore is there. The people laid it out for them. All they got to do is just copy and paste it, right? And just get good people to do.
Yeah, but you don't want to do nothing like that. You know, you want to kind of shake things up, go outside the box, put a garage in, and cul-de-sac, and
7-Eleven.
Yeah, have droids out there with landscaping companies and leaf blowers.
Anthony wants Malgus out there in the garage starting his garage, his mower.
Yeah. You know, he needs to be looking at the nightly news.
Yeah.
You know, getting a George Foreman grill out.
Malgus drinking coffee. I love Jedi.
Exactly. And eating Cheerios. Yeah.
Can you imagine? Oh my gosh.
Eating a bowl of Cheerios and
oh my goodness. Well, let's just say that I hope that Andor is not like hey, listen, the next show I'm looking forward to is Andor. And that
when
is
does that
like
come out?
In April, I think. Right?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's when Celebration's gonna happen. So I'm sure they're gonna show like a trailer or the first couple episodes of Andor, and we'll go from there.
Do they have anything in between? Not Star Wars, but anything Disney Plus in between?
No.
Skeleton and Andor?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think they have anything.
That's
Marvel,
unusual for them.
Yeah.
No Marvel stuff coming out, right?
They have the movies. Like
Dead on Arrival.
Like, yeah, I heard they reshot it again. They probably spent close to $1 billion on like that stupid movie, which is crazy. I heard the test screenings are still bad. That's why they went back to reshoot a couple more stuff.
That's horrible.
Man.
It's gonna make Miss Marvel look good.
Oh God. Yeah. So
let me just all right.
Go ahead, Anthony. Go ahead. Have at it, man.
How are they going to justify
Uh-huh.
Sam Wilson blocking Red Hulk with a shield? How in the hell is he even going to be able to hang with Red Hulk?
Yeah, he doesn't have superpowers.
Are they going to shoot him up?
I have no
they
idea.
gotta have to. Yeah, otherwise, it makes less than no sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how many Harrison Ford's like, I'm not reshooting shit. I could just hear him in his voice. He's like, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
he's probably like,
anything.
yeah, count me out, CGI me, whatever the case is. I don't.
He's like, just give me my check.
Yeah, give me my check is exactly what that's why he did it.
Yeah. And plus, it's not Star Wars because you know how much he loves Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
He wanted out after the first movie. But yeah,
no, they would have done Sam Elliott instead of him.
It's just crazy to me, guys, that like there's people there. Like I'm telling you, if they could just employ any of us, I'm sure would be like, wait, what do you want to do? Like, I'm sure if all of us were sitting in like that meeting or like their concept art meeting or whatever, and they're coming up with a story, and you're like, I'm sure one of us
Are
is
you
gonna
out
go,
of your
wait,
damn mind? What the hell
we're
are
gonna be
you
like,
thinking?
excuse me, you want to do what?
Stop thinking rational.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm curious to see what happens in the last 2 episodes of Skeleton Crew. And but yeah, no, this is man, it's almost 2 hours. This was a fun episode. Yeah, I just want to say thank you to Jeff for hopping on the show, man. This was a lot of fun, man. We definitely miss having you on. Got to get you back in more and set Mr. Sean Solo straight again.
That's it. I'm not coming back.
Thanks
Thanks for inviting me, guys.
2 hours. What are you
It's been
crazy?
nice. Yeah.
Let's
it's
talk
been
about that
nice.
nice corner Sean's got displayed over there.
Oh, yeah.
Working.
It's
Yeah.
getting there.
I'm
Looks
working
good.
on it.
Oh, there you put Jabba. Oh, it wasn't there last time, right?
Ooh.
Nope.
That looks good, man.
And
Sitting
even
in the shadows.
well, I got the shelf above Jabba.
Yeah.
And then I've got the Jazz Ink wall display up there. I just put the blasters up there just because I don't have any of those hot toys to go on there yet.
Yeah.
But it's coming along. I can actually walk around in here, which is nice.
it looks
But,
good, man. You got carpet
Does
there?
look good.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Oh,
carpet.
okay. Was it there before, or you had to install new carpet?
There was carpet in the house, but we ripped it out and put all
I put new
in.
ones, of
Yeah,
course.
I can't,
Yeah,
I
I would.
like living on people's carpet. and
No,
stuff.
no, that's the first thing I would do too.
Yeah.
So
No, the first thing
Well-
we should have done was open the door up.
Yeah. So the Hanan Carbonite door is
yeah.
32 inches wide. This door's 28. So, like Anthony said, we're just going to rip the entire door frame out and put a 32-inch door frame in.
There you
Oh,
go.
okay.
But
There you
the
go.
issue is I put the carpet in first before we thought about it. So when the door is wider,
Oh.
you're going to miss the like 4 inches of carpet, which I
Mhm.
got some remnants. We just got to find a way to kind of seam it together where you don't notice, because it's going to be right in the doorway where you're going to see it every time.
Oh, okay.
So we can figure it out. We can do
Can't
it.
you just put like a transition piece or something?
Nah, because
No,
the
no
carpet flows into the hallway, and
Oh,
Yeah.
got it. All right.
yeah, it's
Oh,
all
never
It's
good.
mind.
kind of like right across from their bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish we would have realized that. I would
Yeah.
have gone over there one day and just
Mhm.
done it.
Just knock the door out.
Yeah.
We got to get Hanan Carbonite back though. It's one of my favorite pieces.
Yeah. That's definitely I saw that in person, so
Yeah, I
that's a
love
nice
it.
one. All right, guys. Again, one last thing. Please check out Jeff, Star Wars Addict 77 on Instagram, and also in Spice Runners Lounge every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Glad to have you on. And Sean and Anthony, another one in the
books.
Yep.
and the first one of the year. So
It's
really
it.
happy.
2025.
Let's start this year with a bang, and we did all right. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and may the midichlorians be with you guys always and forever.
Peace.
Peace.